How's my hair look? What's going on, YouTube? Luke here with Clean Automotive Detailing. Today we're going to be going over how my detail setup is set up. This video comes at the request of Walter Gray, who says, what do you keep in your Milwaukee Packout? And I thought it'd be kind of fun just to share how I've got my system set up, and hopefully you guys can take something away from it. So stick around. Before we get started, I just want to thank you guys for all the love and the comments that you guys have left me. You've given me some really good ideas for future videos, and I am going to try my hardest to fulfill all those requests. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like these videos. I have new videos coming out every Wednesday and Saturday. Also, one last thing before we get started, I wanted to share my experience with this tripod. This is the Amazon Basics tripod. I have had it for 1 week now. I got it last Saturday, and in the course of that week, it has already broken. This little vise here has fallen off, and I cannot for the life of me get it back in there. So I'm gonna get in touch with Amazon and see what they can do about it, but not super happy with it right now. But those are the only pre-show notes I have, so let's get into it. So on HomeDepot.com, the Milwaukee 22-inch Packout Modular Toolbox Storage System, it's a mouthful, is $279. And I cannot find the 3-pack Husky tool bag, so I don't know if maybe it was discontinued or what's going on there, but sorry. So since this is what was requested, we'll start with this first. This is the Milwaukee 22-inch Packout Modular Tool Storage System. And in the most professional way I can say this, it's freaking sweet, dude. I really love this Packout system. I've really only got like one or two like minor complaints about it, so we'll get into that in a little bit. It is IP65 rated, which is really nice because it keeps any trace of dust or water out. Now I imagine if you submerge this in a pool overnight, it probably wouldn't fare as well, but at the end of the day, when this thing gets dirty, I just pressure wash it off and it does a great job. It's got a 250-pound capacity, which is fine. I don't get anywhere near that, obviously, with just the chemicals and tools that I have in it. So let's get her dismantled and take a look. So to start out with, the handles are very nice. You can definitely tell there's some pressure. They click in really well, and that does have something to do with the IP65, so it just feels really solid when you click it together. So in the top box, this is where I keep all my miscellaneous tools, my clay, things like that. I've got my clay pads, and then I've got just regular clay in this tape container. This is a great way, by the way, to keep your clay safe. This is where I keep my tire applicators, just little foam applicators. I keep them in a plastic bag to keep them from leaking, if you will. Foam gun, which I have found out you need to empty every time you use, otherwise it gets soap everywhere, and that's a pain in the ass. Speaker, this is really just for me if I'm working on my own car. I keep a little bit of tape for before and after shots, extra sprayer nozzle just in case, wet sanding pad, safety glasses, which I need to be better about using, pet hairbrush, zip ties, because, you know, why not? Plastic razor blades, which are good for removing emblems and stickers on windows and things like that. Over here, I've got sanding materials, and over here, I've got Q-tips, extendable magnet, a swirl light, tweezers. These can be super useful for getting little things out of perforated seats and dog hair out of carpets and things like that. This is a long-handled razor blade. I believe this is actually for removing gaskets, like dry rotted gaskets and things like that, but I actually use this for windows. It's a fantastic way to get all sorts of gunk out of windows, so maybe I'll make a video on that someday. Underneath here, I've got my Allen key for backing plates. I've got some Teflon for the foam gun and whatever else I might need it for. And I've got my Harbor Freight Special headlamp. And this thing is fantastic. If you've got a Harbor Freight nearby, this is like, you know, $15 in typical Harbor Freight fashion. And it is very bright, and the magnifier in this thing makes it a perfect cone shape. So check this out, Harbor Freight, 15 bucks. One of the greatest features about this toolbox is the way it clicks in. All these little compartments up here are how it clicks in. You can see these little slots right here. All you do is pull up on this handle, pull it forward, and it clicks right out. It's fantastic. And it feels really solid when it goes in. Nice click, you can tell that it's definitely on there. Not a lot to this compartment. This is just where I keep my brushes, tire brush, rim brush, interior brushes. This is for carpets. These are also for carpets. These are actually vacuum attachments, but they don't fit my vacuum, so I've just been using them for carpets. Over here are just some kind of foam applicators. These are supposed to be rim cleaners, but they don't work very well, so I just, you know, these are kind of miscellaneous applicators. I also keep my IPA in here just because it's easier to dig it out of here than it is the bottom one. Underneath is where I keep my extension cords and wire splitters. I've got another one, but I'm using it right now for lighting. So earlier I said that I've only got 1 or 2 complaints, and this is one of them. These things, if you don't, I know I seem like one of those people in the infomercials right now, but if you don't get these things set in just perfectly, they do kind of tend to move around, but super minor thing. Moving on. So this middle one has a handle up front, and it's also got this handle up top. I don't really use this a lot since they all kind of stay together, but if you were just using this, then it's a nice feature. And here's the base. It's got a telescoping handle. In the bottom is where I keep my chemicals, and I'm not really gonna go into getting them out. This would be another one of my complaints, is that it's not really practical, the shape of it. You can kind of see that the wheel wells are on the inside. There's this up here, there's a little spot down here. There's one in the front where this is. And I mean, it's not really a big deal, but it's kind of hard to get everything in there neatly, if that kind of makes sense. It would be nice if it was just a flat bottom, but those are really the only complaints I have about this system. It's a fantastic system. Another thing that is kind of exclusive to the base is it's got this positive stop there, and that kind of keeps it from going down, which is nice. The base has got these kind of all-terrain style wheels. They are 8 3/4 diameter, and they do roll pretty well over pretty much anything, up over a curb, whatever. I've thought about changing these out for something rubber. These are plastic, but I don't know. I might still do that at some point, but they're fine for now. The base does have the handles on the side. That's nice for getting it in and out of the car. The whole system has these metal corners, which is nice, you know, if you bump into something, and I definitely do think it helps kind of keep it rigid. So that's the Milwaukee Packout system. It is a great, great storage system. I definitely want to get another one of these for the top, because I've got some other tools and things that I could fit in there, and kind of moving forward, I'll definitely want some more storage. This is great if you can afford it. Like I said, it is, you know, kind of creeping up on that $300 mark. This was a Christmas gift for me, so it's definitely one of those things that I probably would not have gone out and bought for myself, but I am super happy to have it. So let's move on to the Husky system. So these are the Husky tool bags. These are exclusive to Home Depot, but I did go on homedepot.com before I started this video, and I could not find these on their site, so I don't know if they've been discontinued or what the deal is, but if they are, I'm bummed, because this is a great system. I love this. They're all really, really well designed. I know that cloth can kind of sometimes be kind of scary, but the materials that they use are just fantastic. Great stitching everywhere. It feels sturdy. It feels really sturdy. Everything is kind of set up on the base. On the back, Each one of these bags has kind of the suitcase style attachment. So they're kind of a pain to get on and off, as you can tell, but it does keep them together nicely. Each bag has got one of these windows here to put like a, you know, information card on it, but I just put a business card in there, so that works fine. In the top bag, I have just a little rinseless wash. Got the spindle for the drill attachment for my buffing wheel, and I have a Sharpie. The top bag is also where I keep my interior towels, and I've kind of got a system set up. Over there, you can see kind of the corner of it is just a 50-gallon tote, and that is where I keep all of my towels and then just kind of reload when I get in. Also keep a first aid kit and one of those little multi-tool things. The middle bag is where I keep my exterior towels. In here, I've just got extra emergency microfiber, and these are attachments for a window cleaner that I have that I'll show you in a minute. And on the side here, I've got a little Husky. I think it's supposed to be a screwdriver holder. I have not decided what I've wanted to do with this yet, but it just fits. It's so great. And here's where I keep all my exterior towels. I've got a new pack down there, new pack. Pretty much this is for brand new towels. Whenever I do my microfiber load, there are always a couple that kind of pass the test and are pretty perfect, so those will go in here, but if I'm doing paint correction, everything comes out of a new bag. Which brings us to our bottom bag. This is the base, and especially on this system, again, I just don't understand. It's got these locks halfway up, and I guess that's to save space in the back, but it doesn't lock. I mean, the only way you can get it to roll is by extending it all the way up. Not a big deal. I'm just trying to be devil's advocate here. So another great thing about these bags is they have frickin' pockets for days. I love it. There's just so much room for activities. This is a little windshield cleaner, which is actually really, really nice. If you don't have one of these, I would absolutely check into it. I think it's only like 10 bucks at AutoZone. It's for getting the inside of windshields. That's how I do it. Back here, I've got my wheel woolies. I just got these last week and I actually haven't used them yet, so super excited to use them tomorrow. Pistol grip blowgun. Again, if you don't have one of these, $4 at Harbor Freight. And I just like them so much better than these other style air nozzles. Up front is where I keep my steamer attachments. Here's another tire applicator. Just haven't used it yet. And a couple sprayers, you know, just in case. And on the inside, I keep my polishers, my beautiful new LHR, love it, my buffing pads, and of course, my myriad of brushes. I've said before in a video that I am a huge fan of using makeup brushes, and if you have never used them, give them a try. You can actually usually pick these up very cheap from a Ulta or Sephora, compared to detailing brushes, which I do have a couple of as well. But for certain applications, these are fantastic. They're super, super, super soft. They're softer than any detailing brushes I've ever used. This one, for example, is great for rims. Things like this are nice for getting in vents and things like that. And then there are a couple little, you know, like this one's a little bit more dense. So this one's really great for like getting in trim creases and emblems and things like that. And what I actually do with these is I have a bottle of water that I've just mixed in some polish with. So it's like, you know, 75% water, 25% polish, shake it up, and then use this and kind of get in there with the brushes. So if you haven't tried that, it's a really, really cool trick. I'm the only person that I know that does it, so I don't know. Somebody else do it and kind of let me know what you guys think. So the only complaint I have about this bag is, and it took me forever to figure it out, but when you close it, this thing gets stuck up there, and it was driving me nutso because I could not figure out why in the hell it was getting stuck behind that handle. So that is literally the only complaint I have about this system. The zippers are very, very sturdy. These are just solid industrial style zippers. Great stitching that keeps them on. I think that I am going to get another one of these if I can find it. I'm really bummed now that they are possibly discontinued. So I'm going to try and find another one of these just so I can keep my polishers in it. Every job that I do is pretty customized. I do a quote before every job. I don't offer any kind of packages or things like that, so I don't take all of my chemicals with me at all times. So this is kind of my happy shelf over here of all my chemicals that kind of play on the sideline until I need them for a job. So these are Meguiar's products, wheel cleaners, car wash, and this is the polish that I was talking about. Like I said before, down here is where I keep all my towels and things like that. I'm not gonna bring in the tools that I use. I mean, I've got a pressure washer and a steamer and a vacuum and things like that. That might be another video. You've probably seen in my other videos before, I work out of a 2009 Honda Fit, and I mean, it's stock. I haven't done anything to kind of make it more detail friendly, I suppose. The seats fold flat, which is nice. So that's it, folks. That's what I keep in my detailing setup. Again, thank you, Walter Gray, for the video suggestion. I hope you liked it. I hope everybody else liked it. As always, please leave a comment down in the bottom for what you would like to see me do next. I've already gotten some really great response from you guys, and it means so much to me. It really, really does. I really appreciate it. I said I wasn't gonna cry. I always look forward to hearing from you guys. It's one of the best parts of my day when I get that email that I've got a comment from you guys. So keep those coming. Aaron Beast 11, you are particularly awesome. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at lukeelston@me.com. I will try and leave links to all of this in the description if I can find it. I know I can definitely find the Packout system, but I will look for that, and hopefully they're out there somewhere. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and share it with someone that you think might enjoy it. We've got some pretty cool things coming up. Tomorrow I'm going out to work on a Tesla Model 3 that I will actually be driving and reviewing, so that is super exciting. I've got a 1970 Porsche 914-6 coming up. That's going to be a fun project. So anyways, stick around, and I'll see you guys in a couple days. Love you guys. Bye.